All right. Well, speaking of A1, or at least something that potentially could or couldn't be A1, while we're recording this show today, several people have tweeted me that a video, I guess, has gone around today of The Undertaker when he was the Master of Pain, his first promo in Memphis.
Oh, God, in Memphis?
And they want me to play it for you, I guess, give it a grade, give it the Jim Cornette sign of approval or maybe a dismissal.
Well, I saw it when it happened. But if you want to play that, go right ahead.
Let's play some audio. Here is an early Undertaker, a young Undertaker when he was
this is a young Mark Calloway. He left Dallas, after he left Texas, after he was trained, the first territory he worked was Memphis, and he's a big 6'9" red-haired guy in tights and being told to talk on television for the very first time and not real comfortable with it.
Let's go to this right now.
Calls himself Master of Pain.
Yeah, that's right. Master of Pain. Because where I've been the last 5 years, you have to know how to handle pain. And I know it better than anybody. I've been in the Atlanta State Penitentiary. And I'm not ashamed to know it. I went up there on a bad rap because two punks jumped me in a parking lot, and now they're pushing up daisies. And let me tell you, Jerry Lawler, whatever you call yourself, it doesn't matter to me. Like I said, names aren't important where I'm from. But I tell you what, Ricky Morton sent me here, and I'm going to do a job for him. And brother, if you get out alive, you'll be thankful.
Master of Pain. Don't know his name, not sure I want to.
Well, there it is.
If you get out of line, you'll be thankful.
So the backstory is he went to prison on a bad rap.
Yeah.
Although it seems like he murdered the two guys that jumped him in a parking lot.
It was their fault. They instigated it. See, they at least guys were given backstories where they showed up, they explained to you where they come from or why they're there, a little bit about them. But the problem is, as I went through the same thing. In Memphis in those days, either if Jerry Jarrett was there, he was the one to do it. If Jarrett wasn't there, Lawler was usually the one to do it. But they would bring you in the bathroom, which is where the finish meetings took place, because we didn't do it in front of the television employees. They'd bring you in and say, okay, here's your segment. Talk about this, or here's your match you're going to do there, whatever. And then Dundee sometime would do it when he was the booker. But basically, for a new guy, they'd give you some idea of your backstory, like they did with poor Mark there. And he remembered some of those words in that interview. And I'm sure it sounded a lot better when either Lawler or Jerry Jarrett or even Bill Dundee said it. It sounded like it was plausible and it was scary and intimidating or whatever. But by the time a lot of the young green guys would get out there and do it on live TV, I went through the same thing. My first week was had the stench of grisly death because I was just boring and bland and intimidated by being out there. But then hopefully some people get it and some people don't. So, but at least it was an effort to give him a backstory. But people who aren't experienced with speaking on television often have a problem with it, especially when they're trying to be someone that they may not be, especially when they've just been told 30 minutes before that who they are. And you got to be quick, and you got to get quick.